So finally, yesterday was only a introductory video that was having lots and lots of introduction, not about myself. It was lot and lot of introduction only about the GST. And talking about GST, now we are starting with the very basic concept, that is taxable event. This only one topic, that is taxable event, one word taxable event is supply. And this is going to take 2 to 3 days for in-depth knowledge and in-depth interlinkage. Am I going something very deep? No, I'm going only exam oriented. So don't even think that, okay, I can skip this, I can skip that. You cannot skip, because everything in this class is only exam oriented. So let us start with the concept, that is supply. So first of all, the taxable event is supply. See, so the taxable event is what? Nothing but it is supply. Now, if I talk about one thing, that is GST. The full form of GST is nothing. The full form of GST is goods, service, tax. The full form of GST is nothing but it is what? Goods and service tax. That means point number 1, when you are solving any question, and specifically when you are going for question number 1, first of all, you have to identify whether a particular thing is good or whether a particular thing is service. That means if a particular thing is not good, if a particular thing is not service, there is no question of GST. And when there is no question of GST, there should not be any question related to supply. So going towards pointers, point number 1, while solving any of the question in GST, any question in GST, my first focus would be to identify whether a particular thing is good or service. That means if it is not good, if it is not service, why you are coming to this section, that is section number 7, supply. Are you clear? इसका मतलब जैसे ही हम कहाँ पे जाएंगे, as we will move towards the question, as we will move towards specifically question number 1, my whole and sole target would be one thing, that I should check whether it is good or whether it is service. When I talk about GST, point number 2, when I talk about GST, in GST only they have said it is tax on goods and service except alcoholic liquor for human consumption. In chapter number 1, they have written in article that GST is nothing. GST is tax on goods or service. GST is tax on goods or service. And they have said except alcoholic liquor for human consumption. What does that mean? Prima facie, they have what done? Prima facie, they have removed from this, from the goods and service, from GST tax, they have removed this thing. Alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Do I need an analysis on this? Obviously, I need an analysis on only this point. If alcoholic liquor is not for human consumption, in that case, it is included. Only when alcoholic liquor is for human consumption, in that case, there is no GST, because still there is excise duty, still they are having central duty on that. So be very particular. You have to check whether it is good, whether it is service. But whether it is good, whether it is service, if it is given alcoholic liquor for human consumption, it is outside the preview of the overall indirect tax. It is outside the preview of overall GST. What is the mistake that a student does? They write it is not covered in good, not covered in service. Therefore, alcoholic liquor for human consumption is not liable to GST. Repeating again, a student would write Alcoholic liquor for human consumption, neither good nor service, therefore no GST. Would ICAI will give any mark on this? I would say definitely no, because it is not about neither good nor service. It has been prima facie removed from the GST Act only. जिस चीज को जीएसटी एक्ट से ही रिमूव कर दिया, the thing that has been removed prima facie from the GST Act, you cannot write this kind of words over there that it is neither good, it is neither service. You have to say it has been excluded from the article only. There is no power to levy GST on alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Therefore, no GST will be applicable on it. Is that clear to anyone? The precise word that is to be written. Is that clear? Now, so first of all, this. Then we have to make a list. There is a list of the goods. There is a list of the services that is neither goods, neither service. So, being exam oriented, once we will move towards this concept, I will make you form a list of all those goods, all those services that would never be taxable under GST. And this list that would never be taxable under GST will be further divided into three categories. Either due to mega exemption, it is not taxable. Either the rate of tax is nil, therefore it is not taxable, or neither goods or neither service. That is the reason because of this the transaction is not taxable. Are you getting the logic? You have to be very precise whether a particular transaction is not taxable because it is mega exemption, or it is not taxable because it is nil rated exempt supply, or it is not taxable because it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. In fact, there are further classifications also, and that further classification we will come to know once we have analyzed this entire definition. So basically, you have to keep in mind from first class only that we have to structure our mind for solving each and every question. And my target is I want at least out of that 14 marks ka question, I want you to score at least 11. At least 11. So the first thing you will notice, the first step for solving any question would be identify whether it is covered in service, whether it is covered in goods. Second, check whether this is given. If this is given, you are not even worried about because it is not at all included in GST. क्या यहाँ तक सब समझ में आया? Is that clear? Any kind of doubt? Now we are starting slowly with this. When I talk about this definition, the definition of supply, this definition of supply is not only about this. In this definition, I have to explain the definition of goods. In this definition, I will explain the definition of this. In this definition, I have to explain definition of business. In this definition only we have to get aware about the definition of consideration. That means this definition is inclusive of many definitions itself, and along with that, this supply itself include the concept of reverse charge mechanism. This supply itself include the concept when there is no consideration. When there is no consideration, what about the supply? It is key context. Many of the questions are asked only from this area. So let us slowly move toward the definition. Don't write out everything. जो ये important pointers I will be telling now, you have to write only that. Okay? Okay. So now slowly I'm starting with the definition. You have to give your full attention over here. अगर ये definition strong है ना, if you are strong with this definition, you are strong with your GST subject. चलो. So slowly I'm starting with this. What has been written over here? First, supply includes. पहला word हमारा क्या लिखा है? Supply include. The first word is include. if instead of this word, they would have written this word, there is a difference. If instead of include word, they would have written this word, there is a difference. Now, I'm giving you another concept. You should apply it in law also. You should apply it in your DT also, as well as any subject that is related to your act or law. When with the definition, this has been written. And when with the definition, this has been written. Supply means, if it is means, इसका मतलब ये है that it is an exclusive definition. That means whatever has been written in definition, the meaning is that only. You cannot include anything. The meaning is whatever word to word has been given in a definition, you have to stick to that only. You cannot move 1% this side, you cannot move 1% this side. But when this has been written, it is include means similar characteristic transaction are also included, and this makes the definition wider. Now the scope of the definition is wider, and the scope of the definition is wider because of this word, because it is inclusive and inclusive. So my first analysis is of this word only, that include makes this entire definition inclusive. And if it has been mean, it would make it exclusive. So are you getting? If you find any definition, first check in the definition whether it is inclusive, whether it is exclusive. If it is exclusive, the task is very easy. But if it is inclusive, then your analysis starts. Are you clear with this first concept of supply ka wording? Done? Now, second, what has been written? Supply includes all form of supply. Supply includes all form of supply. All form, as I mentioned, include. It includes all form of supply of goods, supply of service. Now, this is something really important. If you want to apply GST on any transaction, my first sentence was, you have to identify whether it is good, whether it is service. Now, moving to first the definition of what? Goods. Moving first to the definition of goods. Now, the definition of good is like that. Anything that is movable. The definition of good. See, what has been written over here? Now, can you analyze, is it inclusive or exclusive definition? Good means supply is inclusive, but they are very strict towards that this is only goods, not any other thing. So supply ko inclusive banaya. They have made supply inclusive, but they have made goods and service exclusive definition. Is it clear? That means this is good matlab yehi good. This is service matlab yehi service. इसके बाद अलग अलग फॉर्म में if you are making the supply, then we will check whether we will include it in supply or not. Okay. Now, what they have said, good means every kind, whatever kind of movable property. Be very alert. I'm going to a next level of analysis for this. They are saying goods means every kind of movable property that could be moved. That we all know ki what is movable property. But if I compare it with this definition, they say good means every kind of movable property. So my question is, what about immovable property? Let me check. They have said clearly that good is nothing but only movable property. Good is nothing but movable property. It has excluded something, that is money and security. It has included actionable claim, growing crops, etc. They have included. But my concern is, if movable property is good, now what about the immovable property? Is it service? Are you getting my concern? if good is movable property. So what is immovable property? Is immovable property a service? So let me check what they have written. They have written anything other than goods. Okay, goods are movable. That means anything other than movable should be service. Are you getting this thing? They have written anything other than goods. If I replace this word and I write instead of goods, I am writing here anything other than movable. Am I clear? भाई यहाँ पे goods की definition they are saying movable property. Goods की definition they are saying movable property. So instead of goods, I have put this word movable property here. So that means anything other than movable property should be immovable property, and immovable property should be service. So is it valid here? No. So अब कैसे? They have themselves written this thing, anything other than goods. Leave everything that is goods, and we are including anything other than goods. That means immovable property should be service. Now, can anyone tell me then why we are still not considering immovable property as goods also? Immovable property is not even service also. However, if I only check this definition, now this is clearly mentioning that anything other than movable is service. Can anyone tell me why then today also we are not considering immovable property as goods also or service also? Any idea? And are you clear with the question, what I'm trying to ask? Then tell me what is the reason clearly that has been given that anything other than goods is service. That means other than goods matlab other than movable property should be immovable only. बचा ही क्या? Movable का opposite immovable होता है. Then first linkage of your this supply definition, you have to check schedule number 3. Schedule number 3 has been given where? The schedule number 3 has been given in this only. There has been schedule number 3. And in schedule number 3, in this definition, it is nothing, it is negative list. In this negative list, they have given, we do not include sale of building, sale of land. Sale of building, sale of land is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. So basically, just because by analyzing the definition of goods and analyzing the definition of service, I was just imagining that it would be including immovable. Then in schedule 3, they have included this thing that sale of land, sale of building is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Are you getting the first linkage where they have excluded the immovable property? That means from that I came to know that this service ka definition is not inclusive of immovable property. Why? Because schedule number 3 has specifically mentioned this thing. So let us move little bit to schedule number 3, whether it has been written over there. See, this is your schedule number 3, where it has been written sale of land and sale of building. That we will cover. This thing you have to just ignore for time being. Don't focus on this. But yes, here we would write that goods and service का definition में ये exclude हो रहा है. Why? Because of this schedule number 3 का point number 5, and that is the reason immovable property is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. And till now on immovable property tax is applied instead of GST. Done? Understood? Any doubt in this concept? So this is first thing that relates me to my good and service ka analysis number 1. Now, again moving towards the definition of goods and service. So first of all, good means, good is an exclusive definition. Good means only movable property. Good is not inclusive of immovable property. Service is not inclusive of immovable property. Why? Because schedule number 3 ka point is a linkage that states that neither sale of building, neither sale of land is a good or service. Now, they say goods exclude money security. In goods, you are not required to take money security. That means if institute has given you a transaction in which the transaction relates to only money, no GST will be applied. Can anyone give me an example only in relation to transaction of money? Transaction of money related, any example you can give me?
Madam, conversion of foreign currencies.
Okay. Correct. More?
Loan given on interest.
Loan given on interest. Now, let us analyze this thing also. This is a person. This is, let's say, this is bank. Okay. This bank is giving principal amount of how much? Principal amount of, let's say, 10 lakh. Bank is charging interest at the rate of, let's say, 10%. Now, be very clear. This principal amount is transaction of money. Only the principal amount is transaction of money. This interest will be liable to GST because you will come to know in consideration only. There's anything charged to give a service. This is a kind of service that is transaction of money is kind of service. I am providing you money. If I charge anything extra on that, GST will be applicable. You cannot consider this as transaction of money because I am providing you a facility. For facility, I am charging this 10% interest. On this, GST is applicable. This is service. This is what? Service. But this principle is nothing. I pay you, I am giving you 10 lakh. You are again returning me 10 lakh. That is pure transaction of money. So here they have written, when it is pure transaction of money, exclude. But if you are charging something extra on it, if you are charging extra on it, on that GST is applicable. And this extra will be covered where? This extra will be covered in service because conversion of money by cash or any other mode in foreign currency, it is covered here, where? In service ki definition. Done? So 2 things we have done till now. In fact, 3 things. Supply is an inclusive definition. In supply, goods is an exclusive definition. In supply, goods is an exclusive definition, and in goods, it includes only movable property. When I talk about service, again, service is an exclusive definition and it includes anything but other than goods. That means it is not concerned about movable thing. Then I was confused whether immovable property will be covered in service. Then I came to know from schedule number 3 that no, sale of buildings, sale of land is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Therefore, I came to know that no GST will be applied, property tax will be applied on that. That means I should include it in my list. That is not good, that is not service. Alcoholic liquor for human consumption we have done in the list. And second list is this one, sale of land, sale of building. It is liable for property tax. It is not liable for GST. Understood? Understood? Then, again moving a little bit forward, they are saying it excludes security. It excludes what? Security. So, when it comes to goods, when it comes to service, in both the things, neither money is considered to be goods and money is neither considered to be service. In fact, when I talk about security, security is not considered to be good, security is not considered to be service. Now, I am an agent. I am an agent and I am saying you that I will manage your portfolio. I will sell your securities. I will purchase securities for you. I will do whatever is related to your security. I will manage your portfolio. Is this not liable to GST just because neither service, neither goods? Is it liable to GST or not? Whatever the thing agent is providing, portfolio management, would you apply GST or would you not apply GST?
For the services that agent provides, GST will be applicable.
Exactly. If he is selling the shares, he is selling the bond, he is selling the debentures. Security means what? Bond, debenture, shares, etc. If he is selling that, on sale of that, there is no GST. But the service he is providing for selling that, on that service, for an example, I am saying I will manage all your portfolio. It has 10,000 shares. It has 10,000 bond. I will sell, I will purchase. But for this, I will charge how much? I will charge 1,000 rupees from you. On this 1,000 rupees, GST is applicable because it is service that you are providing. But on sale of this, if you sell this 10,000 shares for 10 lakh rupees, on this no GST will be applicable because sale of security is not liable to GST because it is neither goods, neither service. Now, when it comes to institute will confuse you on this point only. You have to very cleverly check whether it is transaction of security or it is transaction related to security. Getting the word, whether it is transaction of security, that means I am buying, purchasing, selling security, or it is transaction related to security. Pick the word wisely. If it is related to security, yes, GST will be applicable. But if it is not related to security, it is transaction of security, neither goods nor service. So 3 things have been till now included in my list. 1, alcoholic liquor for human consumption, not because it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service, but I know it is outside the preview of GST. So I would not be applying GST on that. Second, this one, immovable property. Why immovable property? Because of that schedule number 3 ka 5th number ka point that tells me sale of building, sale of land is not neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Third, money. Pure transaction of money that is not having interest, neither good nor service. Pure transaction of security, we are not charging anything extra, neither goods nor service. Now write down all these 4 things in your list that are not liable to GST. And be very cautious when you are solving question number 1. Done? Completed? Now, we have, see, after the completion of class, I will give you a short audio. All this linkage that I have told you now, that will be recorded in that audio. So that whenever you will be revising by yourself, that would be a short audio of only 5 minutes, covering all the clustering. Okay. so that you will be able to again recall all these concepts. Okay, now I'm moving towards again the definition of goods. Now, what they have written. First of all, they have written goods means what? Goods is movable property, and that I understood very well. Then what does good does not include? I can understand it is money, it is security, that it would not be included. Now, very important. It is saying the definition of good includes actionable claim. Actionable claim is kind of promissory notes. Actionable claims are kind of negotiable instruments. Now, bill of exchange हो गया तुम्हारा, bills payable, bills receivable, these are all kind of actionable claim. Now, be very wise. They are saying, बहुत अच्छे से देखना, this is again an analysis. They are saying good includes actionable claim. Okay. Goods include actionable claim. Actionable claim क्या क्या होता है? Your bills payable, your bills receivable, your promissory note, then your lottery, betting, gambling. These are nothing. These are your actionable claims. Now, again, first listen. I will give you time to write this wala point. I will definitely give the time. They are saying good include actionable claim. Correct. Good include actionable claim. These are just examples of your actionable claim. These are all the examples of actionable claim. That means if something is good, that means if something is good and you are transacting that good, if something is good, you are transacting that good, definitely it is supply. And when it is supply, you will apply GST on it. Now be very wise. Lottery, betting, gambling, that is something speculative. And in speculative, you earn lot of money. But when it comes to promissory note, bhai, I want a promise that you will pay me money. For that promissory note, you also want GST from me. I'm giving a promise that I will surely pay you. That is bill payable. On that also you want GST. Bhai, common men will obviously feel harassment like how can you charge GST on every kind of thing? So they have again given a linkage in schedule number 3. Again moving second number ka linkage to schedule number 3. They have said actionable claim excluded from GST, from goods. Actionable claim is excluded from goods except lottery, betting, gambling, because this is something speculative. On this at least we want what? On this at least we want GST from you. That means first they have included in the definition of goods. Why? अगर definition of goods में ये include नहीं होता, if they would have not included this word actionable claim in the definition of goods, तो वो goods ही कैसे बनता? How it would form goods? Because goods की definition perfectly क्या है? Exclusive है. Are you getting? The definition of good is exclusive. In order to include actionable claim ka lottery, betting, gambling, they have first included the word actionable claim. Then slowly they have removed in schedule number 3 all the actionable claims except lottery, betting, gambling. So are you getting the aim of the department? They just wanted to charge GST on lottery, betting and gambling. So there are 2 linkage for schedule 3. First was a immovable property. Second is this actionable claim. First included in goods. Then in order to just include lottery, betting and gambling, rest of the things have been excluded and has been written in schedule number 3. Any doubt in that? Yes.
Directly lottery, betting and gambling यही include कर देते.
Then future में scope खत्म हो जाता ना, क्योंकि आप अभी सब include कर लिए. You have included everything right now. The doubt she is asking is they would have written directly na lottery, betting and gambling included in the definition of goods. But are you getting that importance of one word? Means, good means, precise. So they have included actionable claim. In future, if they find any kind of transaction they want to tax, then they will include it here. Getting? Done? Then this second, I will make you write. अभी इसको definition of goods को अच्छे से समझो. This second one. growing crops, grass, things attached to forming part of the land, agreed to be served before supply or under the contract of supply. See, what is the concept over here? They are saying the growing crops, things attached to the land. This is my land, these are my crops. These are all my crops. Now pay attention. They are saying goods mean movable property. Good means what? Movable property. Okay, fine. But is this a movable property right now? This is attached to the land. Now the farmers started taking advantage of it. It is, see, immovable property is neither covered in service. As we have seen, it is neither covered in service. And in fact, this is neither covered in goods. They are not paying taxes. They were not paying taxes. So in order to specifically say that this kind of thing, when you are growing the crops, when you are growing what? Crops, you are growing anything that is attached to land, we will consider it goods. Then in mega exemption, agricultural things have been excluded. Basic agricultural things have been excluded, but to include it in the definition of goods because it is something neither movable neither immovable. Once you will cut it, then it will become movable. So farmers started selling it as it is. जैसे ही land पे वो grow हुआ, as the crop grown on land, they started selling. Why? Because this is the loophole. In order to avoid that loophole, they had specifically included this word, the crops that are growing, the grasses, the things that are attached to the land or that forms part of the land. Whether you supply, whether you have agreed that you will give to them before supply or under a contract of supply, means whatever you do, if it is attached to the land, whether you are selling as it is or you will cut it and sell it, it will be considered as part of good only. Then, ma'am, agricultural things are not liable to GST. Yes, then the exception for this has been given in mega exemption. Are you getting the scope? They are trying to make it goods. Once they have made it goods, either in schedule number 3, they have removed that it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service, or in mega exemption, they have given that this kind of things would not be liable to GST. So they have to make it very exclusive. They have to, each and every definition is covering lots of linkage. So we have covered 3 linkage in goods. Number 1, when it was movable, we have linked it to the service ka definition. In service ki definition, we find that immovable property, neither goods nor service. How? Schedule number 3 have given the proof. Second was our actionable claim. Again, schedule number 3 has given only lottery, betting, gambling we will include. Then third, again we have done this thing, growing crops, part of land, etc. They have included. Then mega exemption has removed it from GST. Done. So first of all, I want you should write all this thing in your language, submit it to me. I want to see now your writing skill, your wordings, whether you are perfectly able to write the things or not. Start from the beginning. What I have excluded, that is 4 things I have excluded from the goods. Start from mean, that what the importance of mean, what is the importance of word inclusive. Just assume I am giving you 10 minutes to present everything you have listened till now. Let me check your retention. Let me check your writing skills. Okay, I'm allotting 10 minutes timer over here. You can start writing. And you should write in a way that as you are writing in exams. Why late, Abhishek? Very late. On mute. This video will be shared on YouTube. Abhishek, you have to take the backup from there. Okay? Who has done, they can submit me. Scan the PDF and submit me. Three minutes left. Whosoever has submitted, please write your name, because still now you are not registered. I am not knowing your names instead of Gianna. अभिषेक, लेट क्यों है अपन आज? आधा पार्ट तो छोड़ दिया, 20 मिनट का, 25 मिनट का। अनम्यूट करो, आवाज नहीं आ रही तुम्हारी यहाँ पे। हाँ
यस मैम, लेट हो गया।
यस मैम, लेट हो गया। अब ये YouTube पे ये वाला भी अपलोड होगा, आगे का सुन लेना क्योंकि एनालिसिस थे बहुत सारे।
यस मैम, ओके।
चलो लिखना बंद। अब सबसे पहले इधर ध्यान दो, आ जाओ इधर। अभी देखो ये किसने दिया है अभी मुझे नहीं पता, बट देखो यहाँ पे क्या, यहाँ तक बिल्कुल सही है। गुड्स क्या है? गुड्स मीन्स, ये वर्ड लिखा जाना चाहिए था, दैट हैज बीन रिटन। गुड मीन्स करेक्ट। Every kind of movable property but excludes money security, correct, and include actionable claim, things attached to forming part of the land, this is correct. Services mean other than goods, ये भी सही है। As per schedule 3, immovable property is outside the preview of supply. Now be very cautious, you cannot directly write immovable property. Why? When you will see schedule number 3, I have just make you read that thing. In schedule number 3, they have specifically given only two things: sale of land, sale of building. Again, I am saying sale of land. Ram, pay attention here. Sale of land, sale of building is only excluded from schedule from your neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Why I am saying this thing now? Pay attention. I am someone, I am a contractor. I am making a flat. Okay, I am making a building, I am making flat. Now, suppose a person comes to me and says, please book this flat for me. See, I was on the urge of making the flat. ये क्या चल रहा है? I am just building this. And someone comes to me, it is under construction. It is what? Under construction. The construction has yet not been completed. Now this person approaches me and says, this topmost flat I want for myself. Now understand one thing. Once the flat has been completed and then I am selling. See, once the flat is complete, this is a complete flat. Once it is complete and then I am selling, it is sale of building. But it is under construction and now this person is taking either the possession of the flat or he has booked the flat for himself. Now he is the owner. Now I am giving him service because now flat belongs to this person and I am making this flat, I am completing this flat for this person. Previously it was completed and then it was sold. Then it is sale of building. But here it was under construction and now I am making it for this person specifically according to the description he would have given me, the condition, the design, whatever he will give me. Now I will complete accordingly this flat for that person. Now it is not sale of building. It is sale of building, but now it has got converted into service. Now it got converted into service because I am doing the interior designing, architecture related service, everything for this person because now he is the owner. If you remember, I told you one thing and I was waiting for this mistake to be done. When you write immovable property, it covers everything. But in schedule number 3, it is not written immovable property. They have specifically written sale of land, sale of building. And if you remember, I have said, ignore this point. When I was reading schedule number 3, I mentioned that ignore this point right now. And that point will include this only. When you are selling a building that is either under construction or someone has taken the possession before its construction, in that case, it is exception. It will be covered in service because now this property belongs to someone else and you are performing the work for that person. Are you clear with this concept? So this one word, only if you are writing immovable property, could make a blunder and it will reduce your marks. So are you getting, when you solve your 100 marks ka paper and still get 37, 38 or either 40, 41, these are the minute mistakes you are doing. So you should not write this one. That is, immovable property should not be written. You have to specifically write sale of land and sale of building. Am I clear with the logic that why you have to specifically write these two words only? Am I clear? Gagan, you are having any doubt? Now, so this was the first mistake, and if anyone has done this mistake, you should mark it out that you could not write directly immovable property. You have to specifically write these two words only. Okay. Then, neither goods nor service, money and security, transaction in money, land and building, alcoholic liquor for human consumption. As per mega exemption notification, actionable claim of exempted. What do you mean? Actionable claim of exempted. Actionable claim of exempted. What do you mean? And first of all, this has not been covered in mega exemption only. Again, actionable claim has been covered in schedule number 3. Mega exemption में covered है growing crops, forming part of the land, grasses, that has been covered in mega exemption. So first of all, as per mega exemption is wrong. Then actionable claim of exempted ka, what is the meaning? Actionable claim of exempted. This forms no meaning. Then you are writing except betting, gambling, lottery. That is correct, but this sentence has no meaning. Actionable claim of exempted except. You have to complete the sentence, first thing. And second, if you are quoting this wrong thing, I would not check here. If you know, examiner would not check if you have quoted wrong section, if you had quoted wrong notification. Agar aapko nahi pata, if you are not sure about the sections, do not make a mistake of writing that. And this has been explained again and again by every faculty. If you are not sure, do not write. So here, it is very small part of the, we have just covered very small part. In that, there are certain mistakes till now. So, jiski bhi ye copy thi, I don't know whose copy this was. Mark out immovable property you cannot write. Then second, quote only when you are sure about the sections and notification, and complete the sentence. You have left the sentence incomplete, that is forming no meaning and they would not allot any marks. Done? Now moving to second one. Kindly send me the PDF. It would be difficult for me to check like this. Now this is something perfect. Meaning of means particularly written that it provides exclusive definition. Now this is nothing. This is something that you are forming your proper notes. You proper notes and that too without seeing. You have learned the thing, you are writing. So that means already you are getting the things registered in your mind and बिना देखे जो बचपन में लिखते थे ना याद कर करके, that is the concept we are applying over here. Include means all similar characteristic transactions are included, the scope gets wider. Negative list GST, alcoholic liquor for human consumption, kept outside the preview of GST. GST has no power from article to change GST on it. Immovable property. Now you are again wrong. So this is second time. I can check very easily anyone's copy because now I know the common mistake. You are writing immovable property. Money and security neither classified in goods as service. Actionable claim means all these are the actionable claims included in goods. Then schedule number 3 is the negative list. Actionable claim will only include betting, gambling. But you have to write over here, all actionable claims excluded. Then you should write except lottery, betting, gambling. This would be the complete sentence, that all are excluded except this. Done? Growing crops attached to land forming part of the land. Okay. In mega exemption, GST is not applicable. So are you getting? First understand with me, then write it without seeing any copy, any book. Then I will check it out so that I will find the mistakes of yours. But obviously I can't do this in class every day because it will extend our time very much. You have to submit me so that I can check and revert you back that these were your mistakes. Okay. Now, anyone else has sent me? No one else has sent me. भाई लिखा नहीं है क्या? बाकी के क्या है? Sudhir, have you given me?
Final 2 points, ma'am. I'm writing, so you told to listen, so I started listening.
Okay, and what about Sudhir?
And the first copy is mine only, ma'am.
Okay, and Balaji has sent me the photo. I need PDF. What about Pallavi?
I'm unable to send because my phone is not working, and also I don't
Very
have
good,
WhatsApp right now.
That means I have checked for Gagan and Gianna, right? That mistake was from Gagan and Gianna. You should not write that immovable property value mistake. So now can I move forward to the service ka definition? Now, moving forward to the definition of service, we have already done goods. Goods means movable property. It excludes money security. It includes actionable claim, but in schedule number 3, it excludes every actionable claim except lottery, betting, and gambling. Then growing crops forming part of the land, all are included in the definition of goods, but mega exemption excludes the GST on agriculture related things. Service means anything other than goods. But then I come to know immovable property, I will not write. Sale of land, sale of building due to schedule number 3 have been excluded. Again, service does not include money. Service does not include security. In this also I have to remember it should be pure transaction of money, pure transaction of security. If it is not pure transaction of money, not pure transaction of security, GST will be levied. I have to check whether it is transaction or related transaction. I have to check. Now, they are saying activity related to use of money or conversion of money by cash or any other mode. That we have already discussed. Plain transaction of money. If you are charging anything for that, it will form part of the service. So, are you clear with the definition of good and definition of service? Is it clear? Is anyone having any kind of doubt over here? Now, how ICAI will frame the question? You have to be very particular about the words and check whether it is service or not. They won't ask you, classify it as a service, classify it as a good. They will frame such a kind of case study in question number 1 as well as question number 2. Only these two are the questions where you will find this kind of logics. Either in question 1 or 2, they will frame such kind of transaction. First, you have to identify whether anywhere it relates to good or anywhere it relates to service or not. I find that, okay, actionable claim is good. Then check wisely whether it has been excluded somewhere. So I just found that yes, something has been excluded in schedule 3, something excluded in mega exemption. Now covering the next definition. Next definition would cover what? See. Supply includes all form of supply of good, all form of supply of service, or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange. These are nothing but just examples. Main thing, all this transaction either made or agreed to be made. Either you have already sold or you have taken advance. I agree, I will provide you the services of these classes. I agree, but I have taken advance. Already the supply has been done. That means made. If I'm taking my fees after 50 days, then it will be made. If I'm taking my fees in advance, it is agreed to be made. So both the things have been covered very wisely, made and agreed to be made. So agreed to be made is for advance. And made is you already given your transaction, you have done with your transaction, now you are getting the payment. Are you clear with these two words? Why they stand for? Now, made, agreed to be made for. It has to be for a consideration. If there is no consideration, it could not be service. Very important linkage comes over here. 5 elements I can identify when it comes to supply. First element was it should either be good, it should either be service. It should be by a taxable person that I will explain later on. Then it should be for a consideration. But if I'm doing a business and if I'm not earning something, then why government will charge me something? If I'm doing a business and I'm not charging anything, then why government will apply any kind of taxes on me? So that is the base now. You have to do it for a consideration. But linking it to schedule number 1. There are certain transactions that does not have any kind of consideration, but still this is supply. So keep in mind one thing. Transaction, yes, it is a transaction. Whether it is transaction of goods, yes, it is transaction of goods. Whether it is having consideration, yes, it is having consideration. Then it is supply. Again, is it transaction? Yes. It is good? Yes, it is good. Whether it is having consideration? No, it is not having consideration. Wait, let me check schedule number 1. Whether this kind of transaction is being covered in schedule number 1. Yes, the transaction is covered in schedule number 1. Still, it is supply. That means whenever you will remove consideration, check it whether this kind of transaction is being covered in schedule number 1. Yes, that kind of transaction covered in schedule number 1. If that kind of transaction is covered in schedule number 1, still it is supply, still GST will be liable. But my question is, when there is no consideration, still you are saying schedule number 1, you are saying that this is supply. GST किस पे लगाओगे? GST is levied on value. You are not having any value. So how you will apply GST? Getting my question? आप बोल रहे हो कि supply है, it is not having consideration, still it is supply. तो tax किस पे लगाओगे? There is no value.
Ma'am, maybe on the just market value which is there of that product.
Okay.
Like if it is supplied without consideration.
Okay. Anything else?
Goods of same kind and quality.
Okay. That means answer to this lies not here. Now your chapter number value of supply. Value of supply has rule number 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. And that is based on this concept. When you are not having consideration, what you will do? Entire schedule 1 ka valuation has been given in value of supply ke rule number 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. That means concept का linkage समझ लो कितनी दूर तक जाता है. Here they are saying schedule number 1, no consideration, still supply. I am concerned, I am not having any value. So they say, wait, that rule have been given where 27, 28, 29, 30. Getting? So that means again ये schedule number 1. In question number 1 or in question number 2, identify. Wait, it is supply, but it is not having consideration. I have to check rules and then I will calculate its value. So this is again linkage of your chapter supply and linking the chapter value of supply with this. Getting? So element, it should be either good, it should be either service, it should have consideration. Ma'am, I am not having consideration. Let me check schedule number 1. Is the transaction covered in schedule number 1? No, not supply. Is the transaction covered in schedule number 1? Yes, now it is supply. From where I will check the valuation? Rule number 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 given in value of supply. Now you have to answer and be alert. I am saying I am selling shares for consideration that I am giving my shares to a related party. I am giving my shares to whom? A related party for no consideration. Whether it would be covered in supply or not.
No.
No.
Not a supply.
Why?
Security is excluded from supply definition.
Yes, the very first phase.
Very security.
Yes, the very first phase. Don't move now to schedule number 1. पहले ये तो देखो whether it is good. So my first step should be always check whether it is good or service. Then related party, you will come to know schedule number 1 has something about related party also. But I am not concerned about any of this thing because मेरा first step always GST में होगा check is it good, is it service. If yes, then move forward. If it is not good, not service, forward जाना ही नहीं. Reason फिर यही आ जाएगा neither good nor service. फिर schedule 1 तो कुछ नहीं आएगा. Getting? Sure. So now starting with another concept, that is goods ka definition done, service ka definition done, made means already you have done the supply, agreed to be made, you have taken advance for consideration. Now very logical, very simple, chota sa definition. I am saying I am providing you classes and suppose Pallavi is having a shop of cell phones. I am saying I will provide you classes, please give me iPhone. Can I do so? Obviously, consideration could be in cash. Consideration could be in kind. Now, second example. I am providing you classes. I am saying pay me the fees. Pallavi can directly pay me the fees or her parents can pay me the fees. That means consideration could be cash. Yes. Consideration could be kind. Yes. Consideration could be paid by directly the recipient of service. Who is the recipient of service? All of you. You can directly pay me the consideration. Even your parents can pay me the consideration. That means it does not depend whether the consideration is paid in any form, valid. Paid by anyone, valid. So consideration could be paid by any person in any form. Any person, any form, whether recipient or not. Now the key context. I have received consideration. I have received the consideration for an example, telephone, you want what? A telephone connection. I said you, please submit me 10,000 rupees. I want it as a deposit. Now 10,000 deposit I am taking to provide you the connection. Listen to me properly. I am providing you the telephone ka connection. I am charging 10,000 rupees. But this 10,000 rupees is refundable. So am I earning anything? That means even though I am taking 10,000 rupees, you can check ki, oh, 10,000 hai, consideration hai. Wait, I am not earning anything. Actually, this is a transaction without consideration only because you will refund it. And this concept, when you take something and Pallavi, that is refundable. That is what? Refundable. In that case, it is not considered as consideration. You will not include it in consideration. Are you getting this thing? Done? Now, this concept has been used by Ambani. They have used this thing. ये जो loophole है ना, they have already used this loophole in real life. You remember the cell phone of 1500? They introduced a cell phone of 1500. They use this cell phone of 1500. After 1, 2, 3 years, whatever, they will refund you for overall total 1500. Now, in the population of, let's say, minimum population, I am taking only 10 crore. If 10 crore of the people has submitted 1500 rupees to them, they have taken consideration. Actually, they have taken a deposit. They would have earned much of money from that, but they will not pay any GST. Why? Because this was sale of cell phone without consideration. Are you getting the mindset of Ambani ji? So they have already used this concept. Jaise GST aaya tha, already they have played with it. They have taken 1500 and it was so nominal 1500. For us, it is nominal. But if you take it in bunch, your calculator will fail to calculate this 10 crore into 1500. Getting? So go into the substance. Go into the substance. You can check if something is coming, but if it is returnable, that means nothing is coming. It is without consideration only. And if it is without consideration, wait. Which book I will open? Schedule number 1. Is this kind of consideration supply covered in schedule number 1? No. Now it is not supply. Are you getting? आया? इसके बाद लास्ट कॉन्सेप्ट इसी में है कंसिडरेशन में द लास्ट कॉन्सेप्ट दे आर सेइंग इफ सब्सिडी हैव बीन रिसीव्ड फ्रॉम सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट listen to me wisely value of supply maybe this concept is linked if subsidy if you receive I am the seller if government is giving me subsidy that subsidy will not form part of your consideration again central government, state government, mark my word, central government, state government is giving me subsidy. This subsidy will not form part of consideration means no GST. अब मुझे सिलेंडर मिलती है, you know, we Indians take the cylinder, gas cylinder. We also get subsidy and subsidy is given by whom? Central government, state government in our account. We all know this. On purchase of cylinder, we get subsidy and subsidy comes in our account. Suppose your cylinder cost is 1,000. They are giving us 200 in our account. That means central government is giving me subsidy of 200. GST will be levied on 1,000. GST will be levied on 800. What is the correct answer?
800.
800.
Yes, please repeat.
800.
800. Anyone else? 1,000. Why Gagan 1,000? You can write the reason. You are forgetting a very smooth concept in this. If you are saying 800, obviously the answer is, I don't know. Give me the answers. Pallavi, Jayana, sab log do. Ram, Sudhir, Abhishek, quickly.
800 only.
800.
800.
800. What about Ram? What about Pallavi, Gianna? Okay. Pallavi, Ram, Neha.
Ma'am, 800.
Very, very, very good. Very good. Again repeating. GST is paid by seller. In this position, when I am getting subsidy, am I a seller? Even though the subsidy is provided by central government, but I am not seller. Seller is the one that is Indian gas wala, Bharat wala. That is the sellers. So how could you apply this? Obviously, the full GST will be on 1,000 only. It could not be 800. That means consideration is received by seller. Seller is the one who pays the taxes. So when seller is the one who pays the taxes, he should receive the subsidy from central or state government. Again, changing the question. You purchase from Amazon, you do that Google Pay, Phone Pay, your Paytm, everything. We get cashback. We get cashback. Now, after getting the cashback, what? Suppose you pay something 25,000 you have paid to someone for something, you got cashback of 5,000. GST will be levied on 25,000 or 20,000?
25,000.
Why 25? Because previously कम बोला था इसलिए?
नहीं, because total consideration is 25,000.
The exact reason for this is, okay, it is 25,000. This 5,000 ka cashback, it is not a subsidy from central or state government. And second thing, it is not received by seller. It is received by, again, buyer. So be very precise with the words. You have to receive consideration and recipient of the consideration should be seller. Recipient of the subsidy should be seller. If both the conditions are satisfied, then only exclude it from the consideration. Otherwise, you should not exclude. Otherwise, on wholesale amount, the GST will be charged. This complete consideration की full definition. Consideration can be in cash, yes. It can be in kind, yes. Paid by recipient of service, yes. Paid by third party, okay. If something you receive, deposit you receive that is refundable, not considered as consideration. If that means if any kind of transaction I am getting to know, I have to check. If it is not for consideration, would it be covered in schedule number 1? If yes, then you have to apply GST, and for GST check rule number 27, 28, 29, 30 of value of supply to calculate the value. We have not studied that value of supply, but at least you know the link where it has been given. Then after this, again for consideration, central government, state government providing me subsidy. If they are providing me subsidy, in that case only the subsidy should be received by seller. Then only you have to exclude it from the consideration. So these are only 3 definitions we have done: goods, service, consideration, made, agreed to be made, and the word for. It should be for consideration. If not for consideration, schedule 1. Then 2 points of schedule 3 we have done, that is actionable claim and your sale of land, sale of building. Your task today is to read it properly. Proper reading of this concept is needed. This is the building block. 3 days I will take for only supply key definition. That means you can see itne se part mein kitne logics hain. So read it wisely, read it properly, and you have to update me, ma'am, reading done. And you have to be honest with that, because I cannot see whether you have actually read it or not. Be loyal with your attempt. Okay. Now, one more thing I came to know this, who are in the job and what is your job time? Early morning. What is the early morning maximum time you have to leave for job?
I have to leave at 8 o'clock.
Good. Sudhir?
I'm working from home only, ma'am, but my work starts around 9:30.
Okay.
9:30, ma'am.
9:30.
9. But only Balaji is having the issue. Otherwise, what was my previous time for DT IDT was morning 6 to 7:45 was my DT time, and I start at 8 to 9:30 was my IDT time. But it could not be done right now. So one more thing I have to tell, that Saturday will be off for IDT. That means that Saturday night you will not connect for IDT, but on Sunday morning we will do IDT. Why? Because on Sunday there will be no DT class. That means Saturday, Sunday at night you would not be connecting with me. That means complete Saturday, Sunday night में कोई connect नहीं करना. Only 5 days at the night we will be connecting. 1 day leave for DT, 1 day leave for IDT. Are you getting? So this will be the scenario. Okay, and I will try. I can't assure to make it 8:30, but see, today something unfortunate has already happened at my home. So I will try. That is my brother's, that my cousin brother he was. So give me 4-5 days, because I will be there. I don't know how I will be managing 8:30. If possible, I will do it little bit earlier, so that all of you feel like tired. So I can manage for that 15 minutes I can manage. So we will close at 10:15. So that much I can do. Apart from that, इससे ज़्यादा जल्दी थोड़ा सा मेरे लिए भी possible नहीं हो पाएगा. ठीक है, that much I can do. And one thing, IDT अभी कर रहे हो ना, इसके बहुत logic है. There are lots of logic. You can compare DT and IDT के logics are far different. Mentoring would not be same. Not at all. कोई mentoring same नहीं होगी, ना DT ना IDT की. So from day one, pick that logic and just retain in your brain. ठीक है? I will record this audio, छोटा सा, whatever concept we have done. So later on you can also revise. ठीक है? So this is the day 2 of the demo. Hope so it was good for you, better for you. For any reason not good, timing error, so I can try only that much, not at all more than that, because I'm having my own timetable also. So if you want to get registered, you can get registered, and from tomorrow DT link as well as IDT link will be shared only to students who get registered. Okay. So thank you, and hope so you will get soon CA very very renowned and very good CA. And those who are connecting, this speech I will give after 50 days. Okay. So,
Ma'am, for GST, which material to refer?
for GST, only this study material we will be referring, and question bank from compiler. Only compiler, Bangar compiler we will do. So for that you should have that, Bangar compiler.
Yeah, ma'am, Bangar compiler is not available presently.
No, I will provide the PDF. Some of the PDFs I am having. So
Okay.
it usually comes a little bit late.
Yeah,
But May 22 is okay. If you are getting for May 22, there are not lots of amendments.
Okay.
You can refer that.
Okay. And for registration, how to register, madam?
So, I will provide you the payment link. After the payment, you will get the registration form.
Okay.
Then you will get registered and then you will get added to the private group.
Okay, madam.
There I will share all my notes and all. Yes.
One more thing is, you are recording the class. No, will you share it on daily basis, madam? Because I'm getting some today. Actually, I missed some part of the classes. The taxable claims and all I missed it because I'm using mobile data, so I'm getting.
No, you have connected from very start only.
Yeah, I start from very start. I connected, but doing some classes. No, your voice.
See,
there are a lot of disturbances in voice.
Okay.
That is because my mobile data.
Okay. See, the audio notes will be daily shared about the concept we have covered. But if you miss the class due to any reason, maximum 5 classes to 6 classes, I will overall give you the recording. Because you could also understand these are not at all my protected classes. So being very conceptual, I cannot leak it like very well. Okay. So only 5 to 6 classes will be provided in case you are absent. Apart from that, audio will be provided. Complete class ka audio, whether 50 days ka pura audio you will get.
Okay.
That is not an issue.
Okay. Because today I was reconnected 3 times.
Okay. That you are not a proper network. That means at your place
mobile data.
That is not an issue. Even on mobile data is run very perfectly. I think there is a network issue at your place.
Okay.
It might be that.
Okay, madam.
Anyone, any other question?
Ma'am, we have completed 2 class of DT to IDT, right?
Yes, and you were absent.
Ma'am, that will be available on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. She is the one, she has joined me very first. The first student she joined, and from very first class she is absent. Chalo. Okay. Good night.
I won't because now important topics will come. Everything is important.
Every topic is important in CA final. Chalo. ठीक है तो good night. Stay happy और hopefully तुम्हारा सबका जो ज्वाइन करे वो मेरे साथ नहीं तो तुम्हारा रिजल्ट अच्छा ही जाए. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.